I was working the graveyard shift for a delivery app when I opened a penthouse door and found my ex-wife on the other side. Beth took the pharmacy bag of condoms from my hand and pulled her silk robe tighter around herself. Her pale throat was marked with fresh red bites. She looked me over with cool, casual indifference. "This is what you do now?" I gave her a polite smile. "I'm broke. Don't forget the 5-star review." A man's voice called from inside, telling her to hurry up. Beth glanced back, then looked at me again. "I never change my number," she said. "If you're struggling, all it takes is one call." I didn't answer. I turned and walked fast for the elevator as my app pinged with the next order. The truth was, I'd already gotten used to not loving her anymore. When I got back to the dispatch station, my phone buzzed with a bank alert. Beth had wired $100,000 into my old checking account. I stared at the screen for a long moment, then hit reverse transfer. My family needed medical money badly. That kind of cash would have crushed half the weight on my chest in an instant, but it would drag me right back into another abyss. An abyss named Beth. It had taken me 3 years of crawling over broken glass to get out. If I jumped back in now, I'd be an idiot. Beth didn't text after that. She ordered delivery again the next night, and the system assigned the run to me. At her luxury high-rise, the elevator that had worked fine yesterday was suddenly out of service, so I climbed 36 flights of stairs. By the time I reached her door, I was breathing hard. Beth only raised a brow. "Sorry," she said. "We used up all the ones from yesterday." I forced a laugh. "Sounds like you two have a healthy sex life. Good for you." I turned to leave, but she grabbed the back of my jacket. Her fingers tightened. Her voice came low and bitter. "Noah, why are you always so damn stubborn? Would it kill you to say one soft thing to me?" I had no idea what game she was playing. I pulled free and walked away. 3 years ago, I'd already said every word there was to say to Beth. I had begged, cursed, shouted, whispered broken confessions of love. All I got back was a slammed door and endless busy signals. What exactly did she want from me now? Seeing Beth again felt like a nightmare waking up after hibernation. You couldn't remember every detail, but the suffocating dread stayed on your skin all day. At least, I thought that was the worst of it. When I got back to the station, Beth's black sports car was parked outside. My manager, Frank, rushed over and slapped my shoulder, looking half annoyed, half amused. "Noah, why didn't you tell me your sister is that billionaire heiress from the financial news? She's in my office right now. Says she came to take you home. Listen, man, stop fighting with your family and go back to being rich." The blood drained from my face. My legs nearly gave out, and I crouched beside the curb in the shadows. "She's not my sister," I said hoarsely. "She's my ex-wife, the kind you have a very ugly divorce with." Frank's expression changed instantly. He shoved me deeper into the alley where I'd be hidden, then went back inside to deal with her himself. I don't know what he said, but Beth came out fast a minute later, face dark with anger, and Frank all but herded her to her car. When I finally went in, Frank was sitting at his desk, staring down with a strange expression. Then he forced a smile and reached behind the desk for a cheap grocery store cake and 2 six-packs of beer. A single candle flickered in the dim office. "Look at this mess," he muttered. "I wanted it to be a surprise. Happy birthday, brother." That was when I remembered. Today was my birthday. 7 years ago, on this exact day, I'd been the happiest groom alive. 3 years ago, on this exact day, I'd pressed a paring knife to my own throat and signed divorce papers. And today, I was just me. Nothing to do with Beth anymore. I wiped the corners of my eyes, closed them, and made a wish. I wished for Frank to live a long, peaceful life. I wished for Lily to get better soon. And I wished the last 2 days had been some cruel glitch in the universe, and that Beth and I would never cross paths again. Frank felt guilty about